All right, so now that we have put our 4/6 of butter into our mixer, now we're gonna go ahead and add our 3 cups of sugar. Now with our 3 cups of sugar, same thing, as you can see, I have my sugar here in my bowl. So I'm gonna do the same thing, just gonna shake it. I'm going to tap it and shake it, making sure that it's level. I'm gonna take my spatula once again. I'm going to level it off. I really want to make sure that the sugar is all the way to the rim. It's a pound cake, it's a cake. So we gotta make sure we have it sweet enough, but not too sweet. So once again, if you need to, you can do a tap once again. We're gonna tap just to make sure that everything is level. So as you notice, I have a few areas I can add a little bit more sugar to. And then we're gonna level this off. So this is 1 cup. We're gonna pour this directly into with our butter. We're gonna do this 2 more times. So once again, we're gonna pour and we're gonna shake. We're gonna tap. And now we're gonna get ready to level it off. I'm just really taking it and I'm really just gliding over the top. If you press too hard, you'll see an indentation. Just go back and add some sugar. Now level it off. And now we're gonna pour 1 more cup. Now we gotta do this 1 more time. We're gonna level off. And now that's our 3rd cup. So now that we have all of our sugar, the last thing we're gonna add before we start stirring is our stick of our cream cheese. Your cream cheese is really gonna help with your cake being moist as well, besides my secret weapon that I put into the dry ingredients. Okay? So now, we're just gonna dump our cream cheese right on in this mixture, and we're gonna get ready to stir. Okay, so now we're gonna bring our leveler up. We're gonna start it off slow just so that it can begin to incorporate, and then we're gonna bring it up to a higher speed. And we want to mix this until it's very well incorporated and it's creamy. If you need to pull your sides down, do that. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna scrape our sides a little bit just so we can get some of this mixture off of the side so we can finish mixing. So I'm gonna come in with my spatula and I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna bring the leveler down and I'm gonna scrape some of this down. And this is so we can get all of our mixture very well incorporated, very good. It's not as creamy yet as I would like it. This is one of the reasons why you wanna always make sure your ingredients at room temperature so they mix easier. What we're gonna finish mixing is once I get everything down to the bottom. We don't wanna leave anything out. All right, so now we're gonna come back. There we go. Now it's starting to become the mixture and the creaminess that we want. There you go. You can actually hear it. We want to beat this till it's well incorporated. Very smooth, very creamy. About 2 minutes, not long at all. And also you don't want any lumps. So you want to make sure that the butter and the cream cheese has blended well with the sugar so that there are no sugar lumps in your mixture. So once again, we're gonna bring this down, we're gonna scrape these sides. And as you can see your mixture, the creaminess of it, the consistency of your mixture of your butter, your cream cheese, and your sugar. Very nice, fluffy. Make sure we're gonna scrape our sides again because we want all of our stuff. We want all of our butter, we want all of our cream cheese, we want everything. All right, so now we've got a mixture. I may mix it for 1 more second, just so I can make sure everything is well incorporated. I'm gonna bring it up. There we go. Oh, it's getting beautiful, so silky. All right, so now we've gotten this done. So our next thing we're gonna do, we're getting ready to do our eggs. Now I normally have them already pre-cracked and I will pour them in one by one, which we are gonna do today. So, but I wanted to just go ahead and crack them, and we're gonna do one egg at a time, making sure we have no shells. And when you're doing your eggs, you're just gonna mix it just well enough just to incorporate it. So we're gonna start off with one egg. We're gonna pour it in. All right, gonna bring that up. Let me give y'all a little part of me. So I was a trainer, and also what I like to do is when I would train, I would play songs and music to help people with the training. First of all, it puts your mind in a different headspace. It takes the pressure off, and it just puts you in the groove. So there's a song, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm really not a Beyonce fan like that. But when I say I put in my head, "We Like to Party," "We Like to Party" is my go-to song for when I train, when I'm cooking, because there's a cadence and a rhythm to it that I like to do. So we're gonna keep adding our eggs. And also when I'm cooking, everybody likes the music in the house, right? I like to play music. Sam won't let me play no music in here. While I'm cooking. So y'all, we're gonna have to listen to the music of the machine. So we just added 4 eggs. We're gonna add our last 2. Y'all, this cake gonna be so good. Now I know everybody has their own way of making their pound cake. I know everybody has their own way, but this is brown sugar way. And this is what we ship, because we do ship. We do shipping, I provide cakes for events. I ship across domestically. So these cakes are really gonna touch your soul. And I don't know about you, but every now and then when I need something, when I get through eating, I just need something a little sweet. And ain't nothing like a pound cake. Nothing like it. All right, so now we have added our last egg. We're just doing it well enough to incorporate. Now, I can't really show you the batter because it is a lot looser at this point because we've added eggs, but we are gonna go ahead and scrape the sides one more time. Any area that may have not got incorporated good, this is what we're getting ready to do. Then next we're gonna come in with our vanilla extract and our butter extract. Now, as far as extracts are concerned, you can use any extracts that you want to when it comes to your pound cake. You can use more than one. You can use 5. I had a friend, he used to use 5 all the time. Shout out to Brandon. So you can use as many extracts as you want, but today we're gonna use vanilla and we're gonna use butter for our extracts. So we're gonna use a teaspoon of each. We're gonna take a teaspoon of our vanilla extract. Y'all tell me what cake flour y'all like and what extracts y'all like to use in y'all pound cake so I can begin to try them out. Because I use different ones in my cakes and I use some in my cookies also. So y'all let me know which ones that y'all like so I can check them out. Because there's more than one way to make a pound cake. All right, so now we're gonna pour our vanilla in. We'll use vanilla and butter. A teaspoon of each. Ooh, it smells so good already. Sam can't wait, y'all. He can't even wait to taste this. And so for those of you who've had my pound cake, you already know what we're talking about. So this is just, I'm gonna stir this in. So now that we have made our wet ingredients, now we're getting ready to pour our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients. But before I do that, I wanna go ahead and change my gloves. Now, y'all not gonna be calling the health department on me, and I believe in being sanitary and constantly changing your gloves out. So, and I don't wanna do any cross-contamination because it is eggs in here also. So we're gonna go ahead and change our gloves out really, really quick. And then we're getting ready to pour our dry ingredients out of our wet. Now, when you are pouring your dry ingredients, what I like to do is take a measuring cup, just so that because it will tend to go everywhere, but when you start to mix it up. All right, so we're gonna pull this just a little bit closer. So now that I have all of my wet ingredients, so now we're gonna get ready. We're going to go in with our measuring cup. We're gonna stir this one more time. So remember, our mixture has our cake flour, our baking powder, a pinch of salt, and guess what else? Our secret weapon. One of y'all want to know what that is. So we're just going to make sure it's well incorporated. Okay? And now I'm going to start my mixer off on a little bit of a lower speed. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shake it in. And I like to actually pour it around so that it doesn't sit all in one place. So I'm going to pour my my dry ingredients around. And I'm going to start on it lower so that the flour can get a little bit incorporated so flour doesn't shoot everywhere. Now this mixer does come with a guard. However, the guard gets in my way. Now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Now I can speed it up. In between, you can go in, scrape your sides again, because we want to make sure all that batter, we don't want any flour lumps. Make sure you're scraping those sides really, really good. Any cream cheese you may see, go ahead. So now, go back again. I'm going to start. I'm going to pour my batter, my flour, into my mixture. Start it off low so it can get incorporated. Then we're going to take the speed up a little bit. And we're just doing it to well incorporate because you don't want to overbeat it because you don't want a tough cake. So just enough to incorporate it. So we're going to pour a little more flour. We're going to come on this side. If you need to, bring it down some. And as it gets lower to the bottom, then I can go in and I can start to shake it in. So 3 cups of cake flour, a pinch of salt, my secret weapon, and a teaspoon of baking powder. What do y'all want to know what that secret weapon is? That's going to help keep that cake moist. You have to order it and find out. All right, so now we're building up our speed. We're going to get ready to scrape our sides, and then we're going to get ready to pour it and put it in the oven. I tell you one thing, my secret weapon is an addiction. I can say that. It's an addiction. So now all I'm doing, I'm scraping my sides. I'm going to make sure it's well incorporated. And I really am going to bring the batter to the camera so you guys can really see how the batter looks once it's really incorporated. Scrape your paddle, scrape those sides down. Really get all that in there. So y'all, let me tell y'all a little trick. So my creative director, producer, had one job to get me some eggs. I told him I would bring eggs, and he said no, he was gonna bring me some eggs. I said, Sam, these eggs have to be at room temperature. I get a call this morning, and guess what? I ain't getting no eggs, friend. So let me tell you a little trick. If you have to pull your eggs out the last minute, put them in warm water and let them sit for about 20 minutes. Pull your eggs directly out of the refrigerator, put them in some, not hot boiling water because we're not trying to cook the eggs. Put it in some warm water. Maybe you can put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Put your eggs in the water and let it sit about 20 minutes. It will bring your eggs to room temperature. So that's a little tip and trick that I had to learn because somebody don't have one job to do and couldn't do that. All right, our batter is ready. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take I'm going to scrape all this off because I want you guys to see it. And plus, I don't believe in wasting no batter. I'm going to actually come a little bit closer to you because I want you guys to see this batter. Now what I like to do, I like to make sure it's well. Now this is where I may get my hand and I can go down to the bottom where maybe the attachment did not reach. Now what I want you to do is look at this batter. Really look at the batter. So now we're gonna get ready to pour this into our whole pan. So now your batter is nice, creamy, and well blended, okay? So now we're gonna get ready to pour our batter into our pan. Now, I know some of you like bundt pans, but I like whole pans. I like the way they cut. I like the way they look for presentation. But I'm just a preference. You can use a bundt pan, but I prefer to use a whole pan. Now, but before what I do is when I use my whole pan, the first thing I like to do is sometimes when you bake cakes, your outside may get a little bit darker than your your cake than you wanted to. So what I recommend, you can get these from Michael's. As you can see, I've had mine for years. These will help keep the rim of your cake pan cool while it bakes. So what you want to do is you want to take cool water and you want to saturate this completely with cool water, and then you want to wring it out. You don't want to twist it. So I'm going to go and saturate my ribbon, and I'm going to place it around my cake pan, and then we're going to actually pour the cake, and we're going to put this in the oven. I'll be right back.